Hey everybody, I'm ZeldaMaster and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. Last time we took on the Water Temple, and in doing so, we restored the water back to Lake Hylia. And by doing that, we can actually get ourselves a very special item that if we go ahead and check out the stone slab, it will tell us exactly what we need to do. And that is when water fills the lake, shoot for the morning light. Now, we did one part of this two-part thing, and that is we filled the lake with water. Now we need to shoot for the morning light. As you can see, it's not necessarily morning anymore, more so noon, because the time of day is literally like 1 minute in-game time, so we don't really have much time to enjoy the morning light. And the easiest way to get the morning light to appear in front of you is just by playing the sun song, and the second the day starts, you'll have the sun exactly where you need it to be. But before I forward until the next day entirely, I actually want it to be nighttime because there are Skulltulas that appear at night, and this Gold Skulltula is actually right above the tree. With the long shot, we can actually reach and get it because the hook shot would have been probably not long enough. You know, the long shot is what it's about. Now, I'm probably going to lose HP doing this. I could have just jumped down, but I did lose HP. I know, that's kind of funny. But, okay, we got some magic, some arrows, whatever. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and now play the Sun Song once more. And by doing this, it will, you know, turn the time into day. If you go ahead and check out the sun, yep, the sun is literally just about now rising. And if we go ahead and shoot it, you know, you can shoot at any time as long as the sun is in that direction. You'll get yourself, yes, the fire arrows. Really cool how you get it, like somehow shooting an arrow towards the sun, even though it doesn't even come close to the sun, it becomes this fire arrow. So voila, we've done it, guys. I think it's a cool idea though. It's overall just a cool concept. When I first figured it out way back when I was younger, I was completely blown away by how bizarre of a puzzle it was, but I liked it. I mean, it's not really a puzzle because the game tells you to do it, and there's literally, I don't know if this was in the original game, but what the heck, like, they really want you to, like, not mess up, like, shoot an arrow into the sun. That's what you need to do. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me, game. But okay, so yeah, we managed to get ourselves the fire arrows, and with the fire arrows, we can now get ourselves the last Gold Skulltula that is within the Water Temple, because as you may know, I had to leave one of the Gold Skulltulas within the temple because there are 5 in total and we were only able to get 4, and that is because in Master Quest there is literally one that you have to have the fire arrows for. Din's Fire sadly won't do the trick, even though like Din's Fire worked for almost everything else. Din's Fire is like the most used item within these dungeons. It's kind of insane. But okay, anyways, let's go ahead and use Pharaoh's Wind, another one of the great fairy magic spells. This is one I barely really used. We did use it in the Water Temple once, and we're going to use it again, so that way I can easily just exit this place the second I pick up the Gold Skulltula, because we don't really have to be here for too long. We're only here for the Gold Skulltula itself. So, okay, by heading down to literally the bottom and exactly where this door would be, all we need to do is enter this area because the cage has been opened up. All the cells that were blocking, like the certain pathways, open up once you get the boss key and hit the specific switch right after getting the boss key. So yeah, these are just areas for Gold Skulltulas. Like all the secrets and extra rooms in the Water Temple, which they would have normally been for small keys, they're for nothing. They're literally just for Gold Skulltulas, for those who want 100% the game. And that's why I feel like the Master Quest version is just so much easier, especially if you're not trying to 100% it. But okay, let's go ahead and on the bottom screen we can now equip with our arrows a element, and as you can see, yes, fire is one of them. And I love that sound effect. Wait, I need to hear that again. Let's go ahead and see if I can hear. Oh, I have to swap back, so here we go. Oh yeah, okay. Anyways, yeah, now that we have the fire arrows equipped, by using one of them, it's gonna take magic from us, and I don't want to waste all my magic trying to do this, but we want to go ahead and light each one of these 3 torches, and by doing so, it will open up, yep, that cell that will allow us to get the Gold Skulltula. But the thing is, we actually can't yet because we need to summon Pierre. Yes, we can't actually get ourselves to that area without having Pierre summoned, so that way we can hookshot to him. I think you actually need the long shot for this because he's so far away, but it's not like you wouldn't have the long shot at this point. It's no big deal, but okay. Hey there, buddy. We got some Stalfos, and since they hurt so much, I don't want to, whoa, he's giving me his back. Okay, that was kind of weird, but yeah, since they hurt so much, I don't want him to get free shots on me, so I'm gonna go ahead and let him get 2, 3 free shots on me as I, okay, wow. As you can see, Link is now dropped to 1 heart. That is how smart I am. I literally say I'm not gonna let him hit me, and then I let him hit me until I have literally just 1 heart left. Great stuff. Okay, whatever. At least we got the Skulltula, and now we can skedaddle out of here. I doubt there's gonna be any hearts in here. It's no big deal, though. We'll find some on the way out. So let's just go ahead and leave by returning to the warp point, and that should take us exactly where the entrance is. So if I go ahead and turn, just like that, we are now out. But, okay. Good thing I have fairies on me, so we don't have to hear this for too long if I just go ahead and pop a fairy, but I do believe we'll find plenty of hearts elsewhere. I totally forgot how annoying the little, you know, no HP beeping is. I believe it only does it when you have, what, less than 2? Hopefully not at 3 when you get more hearts. I want to say other Zelda games do that, but it's not necessary. I believe in, like, Breath of the Wild, it's not nearly as annoying, the little thing it does, but okay, sweet. A heart. It's still doing it. Okay, we need 1 more. And? Yeah, okay, at 3 we're good. And look at all of that. Even more hearts. Yay. And actually some magic, which I could totally use. And arrows. I'll take anything. I love destroying brushes because instead of going to a shop and buying stuff, you just get it from this. Heck yeah. Okay, now that we've set everything up and we're good to go, let's go ahead and actually pay a visit to the scientist. Last time we were here, we were in a hurry trying to deliver eye drops, and I was able to get myself something pretty easy and very useful, and that is, whoa, look, I just realized the shark in this game. This was in the original N64, but the textures and the way it looked didn't really look like a shark. It's nice to see that they've updated it a bit. Actually, I really love what they've done to this lab. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, take a closer look at it in a bit, but let's go ahead and quickly grab this Gold Skulltula that can be found on the bottom, and you can actually get yourself a piece of heart if you use this. Now, we're using the iron boots right now, so we're able to dive to the very bottom without, you know, Link actually diving. And the Zora skill essentially gives Link the ability to dive, but there is another skill that will give Link the ability to dive even further. But as you can see, we can't reach the very bottom, sadly. It's just, like, Link is just for some reason unable to do it, even though he can breathe underwater for a minute without the blue tunic. And speaking of blue tunic, I don't really need that on anymore. But let's go ahead and speak to this guy. So you may have noticed, but I've been watching you. You've dove 18 feet just now. You should dive deeper. Yep. So if we are able to dive even further to the very bottom, he'll actually give us a piece of heart. Thing is, the way you get that is with the fishing pond mini game, and I have to get myself a really big fish, and I'm gonna save that for later because I hate fishing in these games. So yeah. But hey, look at this, little Octorok is stuck. He's like, no, save me. Like, it literally is, you know, little tentacle thingies are on the window. It's so messed up, but yeah, I just think this is really cool. You can see, I believe that's like a drawing of a frog and turning into a potion or something. I just really like the detail Grezzo has done with this remake. Like, all of this stuff was very minimal in the N64 version, you know. The textures didn't look this cool, there wasn't that much detail, so it's just really nice to see. Both this and Majora's Mask 3D has such a beautiful remake to them. I wish they were on, like, the Switch or something, so we get better resolution on top of it, because the graphics look amazing. Like, I wouldn't mind this being upscaled to the Switch. I think it would still look really good. Like, in my opinion, this is kind of timeless. But, okay, I want to go ahead and play Epona's song and not the song of Zelda's Lullaby or the Song of Time. For some reason I confuse all 3 of those always, like the notes of them, but they're far different from each other. Let me just say that. Anywho, let's go ahead and just make our way straight back to Kakariko Village, because Kakariko Village is actually the destination we want to go to, because that is where we're gonna pretty much figure out what we need to do next. Because Nevi, when we do speak to her, I believe the only advice she now has to tell us is that we should, you know, just look for where we can find the next sage to continue on. And the second you actually make your way back to Kakariko Village, you'll know exactly what you need to do, because there's actually going to be a really cool cutscene that happens. Something that doesn't happen often within this game. Like, the only time you get cutscenes are right after a temple, and that's about it. But I think it's really cool that we're going to get a really intense cutscene. I mean, most of the cutscenes are just essentially interacting with Sheik for a bit, learning the song of how to head to the temple and whatnot, and I'm pretty much describing what this cutscene is going to be. We've had it before, you know, in the ice cavern, outside of the forest temple, all of that. I just think it's really cool altogether. I mean, having Sheik throughout the adventure, helping out Link, it's really sick. I just hope that the Nintendo does more of that with the Sheikah, have him actually help out the hero of Hyrule on his journey and not just, you know, kind of be on the sidelines. Now, Sheik, if you guys know, is not an ordinary Sheikah, but I don't want to spoil it. I'm going to play dumb until we beat the game because people might not know the story, or maybe you're refreshing up on it and you don't want to be spoiled, so yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I want to go ahead and just switch the time of day because, again, like I said, a cutscene's going to happen. I don't know if it's really going to affect depending on the time of day, but why not? Let's go ahead and now enter Kakariko Village. Get back, Link. Looks like you're coming around. Link, a terrible thing has happened. The evil Shadow Spirit has been released. Impa, the leader of Kakariko Village, had sealed the evil Shadow Spirit in the bottom of the well. But the force of the evil spirit got so strong, the seal of the well broke, and it escaped into the world. I believe Impa has gone to the Shadow Temple to seal it again, but she will be in danger without any help. Link, Impa is one of the 6 sages. Destroy the evil spirit and save Impa. There is an entrance to the Shadow Temple beneath the graveyard behind this village. The only thing I can do for you is teach you the melody that will lead you to the Shadow Temple. This is the melody that will draw you into infinite darkness that absorbs even time. Listen to this, the Nocturne of Shadow. You have learned the Nocturne of Shadow. Ooh, shiny. Let me take care of the village. I'm counting on you, Link. Ah! That Dark Net was too bright. You need to chill. Okay, anyways, yeah, now it's back. I don't know how she took care of the village with the Deku Nut, but hey, the fire's all gone. Woo! I'm assuming because of the rain. I don't really know, but what seemed to be really intense and sad and crazy didn't last long. All that really happened, and the only difference is now that there's no longer the thing that was originally on the well. And that's about it. So, cool stuff. Anywho, I am here to do a couple things real quickly before I even consider taking on the Shadow Temple. Now, we actually can't even make our way far within the Shadow Temple, mainly because, this guy looks so weird with what he's doing. Why is he moving his hands like that? What's up? The windmill draws water from the depths of the well. Now the well is dried up though. It's good for us though, because we're going to need to enter the well. Not now though, 7 years into the past. So we're going to look into that in a second, and the reason why we even want to look into that is because, as mentioning, we can't really get far within the Shadow Temple without this specific item, so we're going to be working towards that. But there are a couple pieces of heart I can get, and that will help me replenish my HP back to full. So let me go ahead and hook shot to this spot. Yes, these roofs can all be, hook shot too, because it just connects. It's kind of like, I guess, a type of wood. I mean, these roofs, you could assume it's, I don't know, I can't actually tell by the textures. It looks like brick, but whatever. Anywho, let's just go ahead and speak to this guy, and hey, good to see you up here. I'll give you this as a memento. Alright, you gave us this heart. Thanks, buddy. I totally needed it. Actually, I did, so I appreciate it. But, okay. Now with that done, and, pretty much, I believe I already covered this way back. If you don't have the Song of Storms, you need it, because you can't really progress within the Shadow Temple or within the bottom of the well without it. And how to get the Song of Storms is by doing this, which we're going to do right now. So we've done this way back before even making our way into the Forest Temple, and that is face Dampé and enter the secret entrance within the windmill hut and speaking to Guru Guru, and that's how he taught us the song. But, well, Dampé here is willing to give us a new race. So the reason why I'm actually going against him again is because you can actually get yourself a piece of heart. The first time you raced him, you originally got the normal hook shot, not the long shot. And now that we do have the long shot, this race is so much easier, and we can get a much better time to be rewarded with the piece of heart that we want to get. And the way that works is at the very end of this race, we're going to need to use our long shot to give us crazy distance. So I'm going to work towards that. I could be rolling, which would give me speed, but you know what's weird and that I really dislike about the circle pad is when you're in something like intense like this, it's so easy to have your thumb slip off of the circle pad and just kind of mess up. I don't know, at least for me, it's been like that, and I don't like it at all. So, okay, we are almost there. Come on. Okay, I gotta be quick with this. This is the most important thing. I see the line of sight. I'm able to enter. I've entered with him, and we did it underneath a minute. You could do it within a minute, and that would also be fine. I feel like I caught up way too quickly because of the long shot. And, well, the time of the race was a young man, or you're back, young man, was the present I gave you. Fun and useful, I guess. I mean, I have a better version of it, but yes, he just kind of drops. I didn't think he was going to drop it like that. I thought he was going to tell us something more, but no, he just literally drops it like that, and voila, we now have another piece of heart from Dampé, and that does it for the Dampé racing and all of that jazz. But yes, we can hear the Song of Storms. Ever since 7 years ago, this guy could not stop playing it. So the Song of Storms, you played it, the Ocarina again, didn't you? So I guess he recognizes us. We're the ones who taught him this song, and now he's gone mad. But this is where like a paradox comes in, because technically he taught it to us, but he's saying we taught it to him. And guess what? We're literally going to be doing that. We're going to be teaching it to him 7 years in the past, so that way he can go mad and teach it to us, even though he already taught it to us. It makes no sense, but it's cool, because it makes you wonder, where's the origin of it? It must have been from him. It's just weird that he, blames Link for it. But, okay, with that said and done, I believe I can make my way back, and I actually don't know the song. There, wait, what the heck? There we go. For some reason, every time I would hit Y, I'd hit X instead when I intended to. I want to play the Prelude of Light. That's essentially all I was trying to do. So that way we can get back to the Temple of Time. I guess because I barely played this song, I had no idea what the notes were, even though I was looking at them. So awkward, but whatever. We managed to play the Prelude of Light to get back to the Temple of Time, so that way we can jump back in the past, because this is what we have to do for these upcoming last 2 temples. And I'm gonna be honest, these are my favorite 2 temples for that exact reason. This is a game of traveling through time. It's called Ocarina of Time, so it's really cool that there are adult temples that incorporate Young Link within them, that you need to do sections or at least parts outside of the temple that require only Young Link to get. I think it's really fun and cool in my opinion. So I'm really excited to take on these last 2 temples within the game. But before I make my way to Kakariko Village and all of that, there are like 2 things I want to quickly do with Young Link. Because speaking of the Song of Storms, by now we should have I've learned it by now. If you haven't, you know, your chance was to learn it just by speaking to Guru that second time we visited him. But there is something we can actually get with the Song of Storms over in Hyrule Castle, which may seem a bit weird, but it is pretty useful. It's actually a Gold Skulltula, and, you know, we're here to collect all 100, so I gotta get this. So, alright, yes, I have to do this crap again, which is walk through Hyrule Castle, avoid the guards, whatever it may be, but you know it had to be done, because before we were just visiting Zelda. Well, I maybe could have learned. No, you couldn't. You can't learn the Song of Storms by then. So, yeah, I guess we have to do this regardless once you do have the Song of Storms in your inventory. I don't really mind it. These guards are literally, they have no peripheral vision. They only see what's in front of them. They have the most, like, tunnel vision, like, worst type of guards you can ever hire. I'm just saying. These are horrible guys. How do they not notice a little kid running? I understand Link's green and he blends in with the grass, but come on. It can't be that hard. But yeah, alright, let's just go ahead and jump down into the water, because this moat will help us avoid these 2 guards. I believe at least those 2 can probably notice you behind them, and we're gonna get caught by them once we get the item we're here for. So yeah, by this tree right here, if we go ahead and play the Song of Storms, which goes like this, we'll be able to actually do something pretty interesting, and that is, yeah, a grotto. Just literally, this hole appears, and there's a secret grotto down here. I don't know why, but it exists, so who cares, right? Now, I don't know where the Gold Skulltula is, but I'm here just to find it and leave. It could be this one, could not be. Okay, this was just a normal Skulltula on the wall, but this is the one I'm looking for. Aha! So yeah, you can see the 2 side by side. Look at the difference. One looks like a real spider without a creepy face, but it's gold and shiny. One is a human skeleton on a spider body, which is extremely creepy. But regardless, there we go. We got the Gold Skulltula we wanted. I'm gonna go ahead and skedaddle out of here and actually have myself get caught. And oh, by the way, because I've had people ask me why the Stone of Agony goes off. As you can see, it's beeping. That's because there is a grotto right here. There are tons of them. Some of them have nothing, like, you know, 20 rupees in a chest, or like a heart. No, not a heart piece. If it's a piece of heart, I'm definitely going to get it. But my point is, if I run across some of those and you see the Stone of Agony blinking, it's just trying to let me know that there's a secret, but a lot of the secrets may not be worth really checking out. And if I was wondering what the Stone of Agony is, it's because I feel like I mentioned it, but some people have been asking what it was, and it's just essentially what replaced the Rumble Pack, which was in the N64 version. Because in the N64 version, you physically had to buy a Rumble Pack, and then you would obtain it after getting 10 Gold Skulltulas from the Skulltula house, and they would actually the game would rumble essentially when you were by one of the secret grottos that you could enter and whatnot, instead of it blinking on the screen. I feel like they would have maybe kept that if the 3DS had rumble physics in it, but it doesn't, so instead it's just a flash beep on the screen, which, I mean, still works. It's a lot more annoying because you can't completely ignore it. Like with the N64, you would have the rumble pack in your inventory, but you wouldn't know if it was rumbling if you didn't attach the rumble pack onto your N64 controller. So yeah, still a cool concept. Also, it's really weird because it was literally the rumble pack. Like in this game, it makes more sense lore-wise. You get something called the Stone of Agony. It, you know, makes sense in the terms of like Zelda. But when you get literally a gaming peripheral as an item, it seems a bit odd. I'm gonna tell you that. But all right, that's aside the point though. Let's just go ahead and continue through Zora's River, and you may wonder why I'm here. Actually, there's two pieces of heart that we can obtain from the exact same type of side quest. Now, again, the Song of Storms should be learned by now. Opponent's Song should be learned by now. Zelda's Lullaby, the Song of Time, and I think one more song. I can't remember which one, but all the songs that you need to learn that are outside the realm of teleporting to temples that you learn from Sheik are very important, because these songs will actually help out a little group of frogs with something. So if we go ahead and make our way down here towards them, so some frogs are looking at you from underneath the water. Okay, let's go and pull out our ocarina, and there we go. Let's go ahead and play the Song of Time first. You essentially want to play all the neutral songs, the songs that won't have you teleport around the map. And by doing so, these frogs will continue to get happy, and one by one will grow bigger. Now, I don't believe it matters which song you play. As long as you play each one, you'll eventually get the two heart pieces, or you'll get one of the heart pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out my ocarina again, and let's go ahead and actually play, this time, the Song of Storms. We're going to be going through every single song that we have learned and playing it to them. So that's a cool melody, alright. And we got ourselves, I believe this will be the piece of heart. Yep. They really appreciate the rain, so they gave us a piece of heart for this one. All the other rewards are going to be more rupees, as long as we help these frogs grow bigger. So the next song I want to play is Opponent's Song, because Opponent's Song is another one of the many songs. It's interesting though. You can easily figure out which ones that will work with the frogs. That's just by looking at the silvered, colored songs, and not the ones that are colored differently. Now, it's funny that we're getting all these rupees because we have a max wallet, so it's not like it matters. But yeah, I'm going to make sure to show the bottom screen here. But all these songs that are highlighted in like teal blue are the songs we want to play to these frogs. That's essentially what I'm getting at, because these are the songs the frogs want to listen to. These are really popular songs throughout Hyrule. Maybe not Zelda's Lullaby. It's supposed to be a hidden royal song, so never mind then. But yeah, there we go. Okay, another one's growing. Who would have knew the power of music is having these frogs grow bigger and bigger? But all right, let's see, what other song have we not played yet? I believe wait, have I really played this? Oops, and I didn't mean to play that one. I thought for a second I was playing the song of the Sun Song, but no. Maybe I haven't played the Song of Time yet. Oh, I haven't. Okay, perfect. Or I have. Maybe they're just gonna give me, yeah, smaller. Okay, if you play a song you've played before, as you can see, you don't get what you really want. But okay, let's go ahead and play the Sun Song. I believe this should be the second to last one. I need to teach one of the frogs because there are only two more small ones. There we go. And now we need to teach the final one in the middle, but it's going to give us another purple rupee, so let's go and pull out our ocarina once more. And I believe the last song I need to play is Saria's Song. So, there we go. Just like that. We're not actually going to get another heart piece, believe it or not. We're going to have to play another minigame with these guys. With the ocarina. But this minigame makes more sense. Instead of playing, like, just reciting songs now it's an actual minigame you gotta play well. So look at us, we're huge frogs. We're the world famous 5 froggish tenors. Ribbit. Make us jump so we can eat bugs flying above us. Ribbit. Alright, here we go. So, okay then, ready, set, go. So, hopefully I can do this first try. I'm probably not. This actually might take a couple tries for anyone, because if you don't hit the note as soon as possible, you lose. You gotta be playing the ocarina very, very fast. And as you may have noticed, I'm not too good with the N64, I'm really good with N64 controller playing the Ocarina, but not the 3DS. I somehow always tend to mess things up. But alright, let's go ahead and attempt it. So if one here, 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 one here. Frick! I wasn't doing that bad. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep doing this. And maybe not say one here with every note I play. I'm just gonna be silent and hopefully we'll get it down. So, alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and keep playing. Oh, I did it. Okay, I think I hit the wrong note at the last second, but somehow it worked, and now they're stuffed. So will you take this as a token of gratitude? Sure, I feel like the light blue frog never got anything. He didn't really get to eat much, but whatever. At least the rest are stuffed, and now you can literally see one of them. Okay, the monster came out of the village. Let's go check it. Cool, Navi. Shut up. Yeah, you can see one of the frogs is chilling like that. But there we go. That does it for this little quest. 2 pieces of heart, one after the other, just like that. But now what we need to do is we need to get out of here and make our way to the bottom of the well. So the monster came out of that bottom of the well, so let's go ahead and investigate it in the past. That's the only way we can actually enter the bottom of the well, because Adult Link can't actually get inside of it. He's too big, and I believe that's about it. That's like the only excuse. I don't really know, actually. I mean, then again, I can't really say that's a bad excuse, because also in the upcoming temple, that's going to be the same ordeal. Like, we're going to need to use Young Link just because Link physically can't fit because he's too big. Like, who would have thought that you have to go back in the past to solve problems like that? That is some next level stuff. But, alright. We're back in Kakariko. I'm surprised it's daytime. I felt like it was night when we were leaving, but it's just turning day. The cuckoos are out. Yada yada. But as you can see here, this well is still filled. This is dark, narrow, scary well of feet. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can actually get to the bottom of this because of the water that is in the well. So the way to drain it is pretty simple. We're gonna have to do something we did 7 years into the future. The thing that triggered why we did it 7 years in the future. This is the origin of how this dude goes mad. So yes, this is Guru. As you can see, go around, go around, go around. What's fun? I'm so happy. I'm a music man who loves going around and around and around. I'm trying to come up with a musical theme inspired by the windmill, going around and around. Okay, so clearly you're the one who made up the song, right? So why not I play this for you? And that is not the song. Why is it that I always play the stinking Song of Time over any other song? But okay, there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and play him a song he taught us 7 years in the future. And play it back to him. And teach it to him instead. So there we go. This will cause the windmill to pick up in speed, having the well drain out all the water. This is pretty cool, actually. I really like the way the game looks on the 3DS, so rewatching these cutscenes are super nice. But yeah, there we go. It's all gone. And now we can easily enter it. I like how there's literally a ladder way as well, perfect for us. But yeah, okay, now let's go and speak to him. So, around, what? It's going too fast. So, I believe this is where he slowly starts to get mad. At least he didn't show it yet. But 7 years of him doing that will definitely get to him. Alright, anywho, let's go ahead and now leave the windmill hut to enter this. So, I think we are ready. There's really nothing holding us back. Let's go ahead and drop all the way down. And, well, get ready to take on the bottom of the well in the next one. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the next one, we're going to be taking on the bottom of the well. I'll see you all then.